Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Today we are addressing a recent trend expanding the toxic dating culture in the United States. Have you ever been on a date where you paid for everything only to realize she was never really interested in you? You may have just been the victim of a foodie call. Studies show that a staggering 23% to 33% of women in America admit to going on dates purely for free food. But is this just a harmless perk of dating, or is it a part of a toxic dating culture where manipulation, entitlement, and social expectations clash? Today, we're diving deep into the psychology of foodie dates, the ethical debate behind it, and how this trend is making dating even more difficult for both men and women. So stick around, because what we found is shocking. Don't forget to subscribe for more informational content. So, what are foodie calls? Let's break it down. A foodie call happens when a person, usually a woman, accepts a date with someone she has no romantic interest in solely for the purpose of getting a free meal. This isn't about giving someone a chance or filling things out. These women have already made up their minds before the date even begins. They are not interested. And this isn't just speculation. A study published in the Society for Personality and Social Psychology journal surveyed over 1,100 women across 2 different studies, and this is what they found. 23% admitted to going on a date for a free meal in the first study. 33% admitted to it in the second study. And why do they do it? The most common reasons included money being tight, especially in expensive cities like New York or Los Angeles. Wanting to try out an expensive restaurant without footing the bill. A way to have fun with no personal cost. Some women even admitted to lining up foodie calls multiple nights a week, essentially treating dating apps like personal food delivery services, except instead of Uber Eats, it's an unsuspecting guy footing the bill. But here's the real problem. This behavior isn't just about getting a free meal, it's a symptom of a bigger issue in today's dating scene. So what is the psychology behind it? What kind of person is most likely to engage in foodie calls? Researchers found a disturbing connection. Women who thought this behavior was totally acceptable were more likely to score high in what's called the dark triad of personality traits. Number 1, psychopathy, lack of empathy, and guilt. Number 2, Machiavellianism, being manipulative and cunning. And number 3, narcissism, an inflated sense of self-importance and entitlement. These aren't just random personality quirks. These are traits associated with manipulation, deception, and toxic relationship behaviors. And it doesn't stop at foodie calls. Women who exhibited these traits were also more likely to engage in one-night stands with no emotional attachment. While intimate, fake a moment of ecstasy to manipulate their partner. And send unsolicited, revealing pictures as a form of seeking attention and validation. But why does this happen? A lot of it stems from modern dating culture and social expectations. Society has long upheld the men should pay standard, and some women feel entitled to take advantage of it without any regard for the person on the other side. This leads to resentment, frustration, and an increasingly toxic dating scene where men feel used and women feel justified. A SurveyMonkey poll found that 78% of both men and women believe that men should pay for the first date. But does that mean it's okay to use a date purely as a meal ticket? Some argue that, hey, if men are willing to pay, that's on them. Others believe that this is financial manipulation disguised as dating. And unfortunately, this is where the toxic cycle begins. Women who engage in foodie calls see it as harmless. Men who repeatedly experience this begin distrusting women. This breeds resentment, leads to red pill movements, and creates a conflict in dating. As a result, more men refuse to pay, which frustrates women who genuinely want a connection. And today, more men invite women out for a cup of coffee or merely for a drink, instead of a restaurant for a meal. And the result? A toxic, trust-deficient dating landscape where everyone feels like they're being played. Now let's take a look at some shocking Tik Tok stories and abuse. We've all heard wild dating horror stories, but these viral Tik Tok stories take foodie calls to another level. Our first story is about the Oyster Queen incident. A man invited a woman out for drinks, but instead she ordered 4 dozens of oysters, filmed herself devouring them for social media, and then wanted to order an entree. The man, completely stunned as he sipped his 1 glass of white wine, left her to pay her own bill. Our second story is the Feed My Kids scam. A man took a woman to dinner, and after she ordered her expensive entree, she attempted to order entrees for her 3 children at home without even asking. The man had to alert the manager to stop the food order as he refused to pay for the entrees for the lady's 3 children. He paid his own food bill and left her at the restaurant. She complained on social media. And finally, we have the dating app scammer. A woman openly admitted to a coworker that she only uses dating apps to get free meals at expensive restaurants. When her coworker learned that one of his friends was about to take her out for dinner, he tipped him off, warning him about her deceptive schemes. The man played along until they got to the restaurant. While she ordered her appetizer and expensive entree for herself, the man discreetly asked the waitress to wrap his food to go. He paid for his own food and left the lady seated at the restaurant. Completely shocked, she had to call friends to send her money because she couldn't afford to pay for her meal. She became furious as she later realized her coworker exposed her scam. This isn't just bad behavior, it's abuse of generosity. More and more RP content is warning men of the abusive and manipulative tactics being used in the dating scene in America, such as the request for open relationships or open marriages, and polyamorous relationships. And a growing number of men are refusing to fall for the manipulation, gaslighting, and deception that is increasing in romantic relationships in America. And this disenchantment has led to the phenomenon of passport brothers, men who travel to other countries in search of love and marriage. So, what do you think? Are foodie calls harmless fun or part of a growing toxic dating culture? Leave your comments in the comments section below. Have you ever been on a foodie call or been the one paying? Let's start a conversation. Share this video with your friends who may be active in the dating scene. If you found this video insightful, hit that like button. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. If you like this video, you will love our videos on red flags you should never ignore but people often do, and dating cultures compared, U.S. versus abroad, exploring global relationship trends. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.